and these people are living a dream. Watching the immortal Messi and Barcelona come and visit their town. They never thought it could happen. It's the first time Barcelona has ever played
in a row. This is a team that was comfortably mid-table, but now finds themselves just above the drop zone, and they could be.
Wonderful manicured service. Look out.
Rafinha into the box, playing it square. Met by Suarez. Rebound chipped back. Now diving header, Rakitic, but cleared away.
But this is a wonderful setup for Messi, a wonderful intervention in the last-ditch tackle there. Beautifully intervening was Villa, the ex-Espanyol man.
Rakitic getting the call here to.
He felt as if he could turn, had a couple of yards of space. Look out.
Messi slaloms through, runs into the defense.
Very tight confines of his dugout. He was a wonderful player for this team in 2001, 2005.
Scooted across from Adriano. Roberto now up to Messi into the midfield.
Him over his shoulder and his head, controls it beautifully. Mark Bartra anticipating his touch, steps in nicely. Ooh.
Slipping through for Neymar, but slalom to the inside. Messi hit as he pokes it across for Rakitic. Messi still down, checking his ankle. Sergio Roberto back for the Argentine. Winds the spring and takes off again. Some skill. And oozing out of his pores. Well, you talk about sticking with his big three up.
Have to work very hard and remain focused at the back. Need to be a little sharper in their approach. Talking of sharp.
Flips wide, Adriano, who pinches in, leaving the width for Neymar. Scooped by Messi, but well read. Navas. Jaime Jimenez trying to get his. Looking for an opening. Finding Messi, who makes his own openings. That time he does get the call. Messi with a hat-trick. Luis Suarez a brace in the game against Rayo. As Suarez awakes, Neymar seems to be falling asleep. Messi cleared away nicely by Borja Fernandez. Strong from Piqué. Fans wanted a foul.
Typical Basque partisan crowd, isn't it? Wonderful. Half dozen travels, though the last one was a wonderful success, of course, but before that...
3 and 5.
Yeah, something about the Basque food that you don't like.
Ball poked free. They've been able to keep games tight even in this losing streak. The problem is just 2 goals scored.
He's had a number of opportunities to impress as well this season, and particularly in the early going. Sergio Roberto, he keeps. Oh, that's a lovely play.
Messi made the defenders disappear, but then poked free. Still gets it on the other side.
Great ball.
Square for Neymar. Into the middle, but just behind the run.
Well, spellbinding, bewitching football from Messi on that astonishing run. And we'll take a look at it again, I'm sure. Wonderful honey-dripping kisses of the ball. It just ushers the ball past each of the running Eibar players.
Return pass for Neymar goes down. However, it was an elbow to the face.
Yeah. There's that earlier run. Again, astonishing, and the best part's yet to come. It's not even being shown here. This one here, take a look at this. There, plays it through the legs again. Astonishing. He does a great injustice to a squirrel on a telephone wire. That is balance. Amazing.
As Carlos Puyol said, it's like the world goes in slow motion when the ball is at his feet. Almost in for the run of Manu, but no. little easier for Eibar after this. Granada, Rayo, Malaga. But then they head to the Bernabeu. Lifted across Berjon. Bravo will get there.
Nearly half an hour in here. A little bit of an attitude adjustment for me.
Again, forcing wide. Not a lot of room.
Sometimes playing into Barcelona under Lucio Enrique. It hasn't turned out.
Go in 8th place in the top flight.
Didn't use a ladder to get to the Primera. Took the escalator. It's some of his super duper stars. Now, of course, the synchronicity isn't going to be there when you've got a reshuffled midfield. Now, always come back to that. This midfield of Barcelona is always the pivotal point. When they are on song, everything else falls into place. This Eibar team, take your hat off to them, making life difficult.
Rakitic pushing up to the front line, filling the Messi gap. They do have Pedro on the bench, the only front runner. Although Xavi available as well. Nice turn, Neymar. Trying to sneak it through, poked forward, just got away. Suarez, he keeps it alive. Ooh. Messi, the shot deflects up and it will be called. Might not have been intentional. And now a yellow card as well.
That's cruel, but I think it's deserved, Phil. The ball is heading towards the net when that arm comes up. Or if not that, we haven't seen a replay, of course. We'll look at it with you good people at home. It's brilliant play. Suarez's magic to touch it on, and a lovely shape about it. Take a look where the player's hand is. It's well away from his body, and it's going into the side netting. There's an even better look at it. But the embroidered passing from Barcelona was exquisite. Referee, when we look at it again, it seemed to rocket up off a Eibar player onto the hand. And that's a different set of circumstances for me. That's a cruel, cruel blow for Eibar.
Missing 5 of his last 11 from the spot. This story might not be done yet. Messi from 12, cannons it home, and Barcelona's in front.
Well, he's been taking notice. It's a wonderful dispatch. Jaime Jimenez guesses the right way, but the elevation of the strike and the power sends the Barcelona fans into disco land. Tough break for Castellanos, man, and Jaime, I think, would have seen that one end up in the side netting had it not struck the outstretched arm of one of his players. But I tell you, Phil, I'm sure that that ball cannoned up off an outstretched leg of an Eibar defender, and it maybe still should have been given, but that makes it an awfully hard judgment call for the referee.
So from the spot, Messi, who's now hit 2 in a row from the penalty spot.
Still complete faith in Messi, of course, from Lucio Enrique with his penalty kick duties.
He might have the talent, but there is a question as to whether they have the heart of an Eibar.
They've got one in goal.
Whistle, Del Cerro. It'll be a free kick for Eibar.
Now, even by Messi standards, that's a bit audacious, looking for a give and go off a defender. Rakitic said excuse me as well to that lady. Nice style.
Messi back for Ivan the Terrible.
Just about to step away from his pressurizing defender, but yanked down.
Bartra. 4 minutes plus added time in this opening half. Messi. The defense closing in, gets rid of it wide. Montoya over Villar. Back for Messi. Looking for the run of Neymar, nothing there.
And the beautiful part about it is they don't need the volume up. Just open a window.
And he does up the line, but only as far as Montoya. Into the box, Messi kissed back to the goal line, looking for Neymar, but Akisa was there.
He cannot control Messi. he ain't got a net big enough. But even when he evades the net, the cover on for Suarez and Rakitic inside, all the passing lanes cut off. The real minnows who are living up to their reputation of the early going, and it's good to see.
Strong challenge, Vilap, but only sends it as far as Montoya. Messi again. Almost just needed a hair's breadth more
to deny Suarez a second goal. Well played, Eibar. Tenacious, resolute defending to put the cork in the bottle of the geniuses who aren't frothing up too well today. But they've got that goal, that lead. It's slender.
beIN Sports, Rayo against Granada, and Celta Athletic TV for all the latest. Don't forget, Alejandro Bedoya and Nantes getting set to face Evian. Check that out on beIN Sports Connect. Here's Messi. Pocket picked by Villa.
Who is it? Just
for Eibar, but it hasn't been a nasty match.
Not at all.
Rakitic trying to scoot around for Messi.
Not much of a almighty battlefield out there, but it hasn't proven to be the case. And again, credit to these groundsmen for this wonderful playing surface. It's suit chameleon eyes beautifully as the rain continues to absolutely pour down here.
Again, temperature right around 44, 43 degrees Fahrenheit.
Nice ball.
Not exactly comfortable in the stands. Most have stayed. Messi. Once in a lifetime experience, perhaps, if Eibar does go down. Montoya thought Messi would move. For once, he didn't.
Poor ball from Montoya. And again.
Suarez to Montoya. Messi champing at the bit. Oh, sneaks it in. Neymar on his right. Tries to lift it over Jaime, but easier said than done.
Good combination this time between Montoya and Messi. And then Messi identifies the run of Neymar.
Good
Lara. And there's that good opportunity for the Brazilian.
Have what it takes. Can Barcelona hold on? They do have the Italian Piovicardi available on the bench. Arruabarrena as well, back from Poland. Messi draws Lara. Forced wide. Rakitic. Back for Messi, but it will be Suarez, and he lifts it up off Leo.
Wonderful play by Rakitic. Tries to get around it, but Jaime Jimenez in goal. Comes out, narrows the angle nicely.
Headed to the corner, cleared, but not off the line. Instead, off the crossbar and in.
Messi!
Rafinha, and it's a celebration. 10 minutes into the second half.
Incredible header this. He stoops to conquer beautifully. And again, there's no wrapping him up. Messi again strikes. It's as if he's playing Clue with the defenders of Eibar, and Eibar ain't got one. Nice ball, but look at how he takes it all into account and thanks his grandma upstairs as always. It skips in front. Now it comes right onto his head, and it's a dynamic arrowed header down into the ground because he knows instinctively it'll pick up pace off of this turf, and it's always a lot more difficult to shift that bouncing ball away. Again, feeds it through, threads a golden needle, and Boveda on the line cannot get it away. And Messi, number 2, and sitting on yet another hat-trick.
Lionel Messi, 32 goals on the season. One from the spot here today in the first half, and a header that the defense could not clear.
So many adjustments, so many judgments to be made on a corner kick like that for a player that sees it coming. Does he go and try to arch it in? Does he arrow it? Well, Messi goes a different route altogether and uses the ground to bounce it in. That should have been a handball.
Berjon driven low. Bravo able to smother Lot. Trying to ride it off Villa. Messi again.
Poor ball.
Asti threading it forward. Manu, not much left in the tank. Bartra bursting through. This is an Eibar side that has lost 7 in a row, but 4 of those were 1-0 defeats. 5 of them were 1-goal defeats. Boys in Blaugrana.
Good player coming in under Castellano. Here's another look at that goal. Knows exactly where that invitation space is, and he uses the deck. He uses the slickness of the surface to accelerate the ball. That's a wonderful header.
Right, once again, what would Barcelona be without Messi? Even with Suarez hot, Neymar returning, it's Messi's 2 goals that have him in the lead. Thank goodness for Luis Enrique's sake, it's a problem he does not have to worry about.
Lucho Enrique also stating if I played Messi at fullback, he'd still be unstoppable. Kind. Understand what he's saying. That's a good ball.
Rakitic, Neymar barking at the ref. The ball just too far for behind the goal of Jaime. They knew it wouldn't be easy. Of course, it'll be another Basque-Catalan rivalry in the race for the Copa del Rey with Athletic and Barca. Messi on a hat-trick again. Lost the ball. Rafinha. Messi finding the gaps. Poor touch builder heading into these 2 giant games.
I'm not so sure about that. I mean, Lucho Enrique and the Barcelona players all saying they're expecting impatient, and despite the fact that some of the players haven't been the high notes, you can understand why.
Threaded through. Neymar had to hold.
Unlucky.
And just behind Suarez. That slide outside the area, regardless.
Again, it goes to the point of it was a tough call the first time. That would have been a tough arm. It's got to be taken a little bit more into account.
And as you pointed out on the penalty, when there's a deflection.
Yeah.
Messi breaks through the wall of the triangle, but
tackle.
taken away by Bóveda.
Nice. Good ball.
Finding a gap.
Oh.
Looking for Suarez, but plucked away by Navas.
Again.
Sneaks in to Pippin. Rafinha. Messi. Oh. Again. Rafinha too busy watching as the pass goes on the other side. Sergio Roberto. Go with Sergi Samper, a bit younger, a bit more inexperienced, but more made for the role. Some say he's Messi. Montoya. Douglas called up on the roster today. Rafinha. Collision at the arc. Messi wanted a foul, but no. 150th game for Xavi. Will it be a victory that will hold Barcelona's top spot heading into the Clásico? In for Messi, looking for Suarez unselfishly. More good defense from Bóveda.
Yep, well said, Phil. Good cover. Double cover needed against both of them. They've been producing it. Here's that wonderful sequence of...
Stay on top of the table going into the Clásico against Real Madrid. Still to be determined whether they'll still be there at the end. Akisa. Matches just days apart.
Aren't out of this return leg that's waiting in the Champions League on Wednesday.
Messi.
Magic.
Back to his left, just a little off target.
He's disappointed that he doesn't find him here. He's got a little time. He sees the passing lane open up for him. But instead of...
Into the spotlight a bit more for Manu, and Messi with 2.
Another great ball from Xavi.
Will he have a chance for 3?
Good ball again.
Pass off Pedro.
Oh.
Chopping into the box. Blasted. Slapped away Jaime. Xavi for Messi. Away from Leo.
Nice.
Off to Luis.
Oh!
Dances around the defender,
Oh!
not once but
Beautiful!
twice for Xavi, who drives it into the back of net.
Here's a double pullback. Once he was looking for Messi, twice he's looking for Messi, and then he sees the late arriving.
In the opposite jerseys, 2-0 Barcelona, atop La Liga for at least one more round.
Well, Messi multitasking here today. 2 goals, 2-0 Barca. And all in all, playing well within themselves. It's a good tune-up, but it may be been a little bit more awkward for Barcelona than they might have anticipated. Tremendous defending all the way through. This team led by Garitano, Eibar, but they couldn't contain Messi. For Napa's